Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Home Songs for Life. My name's Les Oman, and if you don't know me, I'm based in Campbelltown in South Kintyre. So the songs I'm going to sing tonight mostly will be about Kintyre, but strangely not about South Kintyre, if that makes sense. The first song I'm going to do is one that I wrote several years ago. We lived in Tarbert at the north of the peninsula for most of the 90s. And at one point, my wife, Kate, she remarked on the fact that most of our friends and sort of young couples with families the same age as us had met at Tarbert Fair. And wouldn't it be nice if I wrote a song about that? So I kind of thought, yeah, that's a great idea. But of course, once your imagination takes hold, the wheels come off the bus, and it's maybe not really what she was looking for or expecting. But anyway, this is a song called Tarbert Fair Friday. Rain is falling all around as I wander through this black town, thinking of that July day, the day my true love went away. She said, wait for me by the Ferris wheel, and I said I could wait forever, for our love was born here at Tarbert Fair, and we were born to be together. I was born in this seaport town. She was from a nearby farm. Knew her as a little girl, all big eyes and dark curls. She said, wait for me by the Ferris wheel, and I said I could wait forever, for our love was born here at the Tarbert Fair, and we were born to be together. We were both 15 when love took hold, amidst the candy floss and screaming on the ghost train at the Tarbert Fair. Our voices lost in the slipstream. She said, wait for me by the Ferris wheel, and I said I could wait forever, for our love was born here at the Tarbert Fair, and we were born to be together. I was 19 when she broke my heart, when she sadly smiled and told me she needed space to find herself, and in the morning would be going. She said, wait for me by the Ferris wheel, And I said I could wait forever, for our love was born here at Tarbert Fair, and we were born to be together. And as for me, I'm still all alone. I cut trees in the forest, a drink to help me to forget. And then her voice, it starts calling. She says, wait for me by the Ferris wheel. I said I would wait forever, for our love was born here at Tarbert Fair, and we were born to be together. We were born to be together. That was Tarbert Fair Friday. Not particularly happy song, but hey, them's the breaks. The next one is, although it's about Kintyre, it's also about, I suppose I was young once and did an interrail trip like most people of my generation, and this is a song that came about round about the border between Switzerland and Italy. The song's called Constance, after Lake Constance, which was just over the Italian side of the border. It was quite a sight coming into the area on the train, but just at that time I started thinking about somewhere else, which was actually Portree Bay in Carradale. So anyway, this is called Constance. From the carriage window I could see the lake and all the little sailing boats drifting in the breeze. The sun was shining brightly, it felt good to be alive as we gazed up at the snow-covered Swiss mountainside. I've been traveling night and day on the Copenhagen train, tired and hungry but feeling content with myself. And as the train slowed down towards the end of the line, my thoughts began to drift again to home. And I thought back on the many miles that I had put behind me. And my mind had spanned the distance that divided me and you. Remember sitting thinking how lovely was this lake, but I wished that I was gazing out to Aaron's shore. Thinking back across the years, see it all so clear. The boats, the little sailing boats, drifting on the breeze, standing at Port Tree in the gently falling rain. I vaguely see the distant haze of iron shore, while Belfadjon Rock and Portabec trigger memories unbidden. The circle was unbroken once again, as Belfadjon Rock and Portabec trigger memories unbidden. The circle is unbroken once again. That was Constance, with a little reference to Portree Bay in Carradale. I'll need to remember to turn my guitar down for this one. So I hope the sound's a bit better tonight. I went a wee bit awry the last time I was on doing this, so we made a bit of an effort this time, so hope it sounds a bit better. This next song is a bit of a kind of folk song to me, but it's not really a folk song at all. From the age of about 15, I was a big fan of the late Ivor Cutler, and I think I was lucky enough to see him live 3 times at least. I think there was a fourth, but I can't remember it, if there was. But it was quite the experience. But this particular song, I'd never heard him singing before until recently. It came out on an EP called Singing When I'm Dead. But the funny thing about the song is I've known it since I was a teenager, thanks to a friend of mine, Dave Broom, who taught it to me, who learned it from his scout troop, bizarrely, because somebody taped it off the John Peel show. So it was quite a regular thing to sing this on the way home from pubs in Glasgow, Stirling and Edinburgh. And just bear in mind that Ivor Cutler was carried around all these little mottos that he handed out to people, and his most famous one was probably "Never Knowingly Understood." So perhaps bear that in mind as I'm going to attempt, in celebration of hearing Mr. Cutler himself singing it finally after about 40, 50 years. This is The Man with the Trembling Nose. So I'm going to start that again because it wasn't really what I was trying to do. Who is looking over your shoulder while you are reading your newspaper? The man with the trembling nose. The man with a trembling nose. Do Do not be embarrassed. Turn quietly round and whisper in his ear. Stop reading my paper. Stop trembling your nose. You're driving me mad. You're driving me mad. That was The Man with the Trembling Nose, which is not a sentence I ever thought I would ever hear myself saying, but that was for Dave, and also to Douglas, who suggested it as a cover, which I thought to myself, how on earth would you cover that? So I hope that was okay and up to the mark. So this time seems to have rattled on and on and on and on. It's time for the last song now. This is a song that I wrote many years ago. I stayed in a place called Lone, and before that a place called Balachroy, which was a few miles away. Believe it or not, I used to cycle in and out. I was quite healthy in those days as far as those kind of things were concerned. So this is just a simple kind of song that's just in praise of the kind of sense of community that I found myself falling into when I arrived there. Just how much I used to enjoy the sort of carefree times and carefree nights in the McDonald Arms at Lone under Matt and Eileen. So this is a song that I wrote just to reflect on those days, which I don't think I've ever sung it publicly before. Anne Leith sings it, obviously a lot better than I do. So it's quite well known in Kintyre from that point of view. The local radio station seems to have a copy of it, and so this is me finally owning up to having written Bonnie Largeside. So this is for Angela. I hope things are a bit easier, Angela, and you're managing to listen to this. So this is Bonnie Largeside. The sun was setting over Jura. The sea was calm and the sky was clear. I took the west road, my spirits rising, and I gazed out on Bonnie Largeside. You may wander Scotland over and search the country wide. You'll never find a finer place than Bonnie Largeside. The birds were singing in the larches as I set out from lonely Balachroy to Lone, where I spend my evenings with the good folk of Bonnie Largeside. You may wander Scotland over and search the country wide. You'll never find a finer place than Bonnie Largeside. I walked the shoreline and looked to Gia, shining like a jewel on the sea. I saw the farms there and all the green fields as I gazed out on Bonnie Largeside. You may wander Scotland over and search the country wide. You'll never find a finer place than bonny Largeside. But now I'm older and maybe wiser, and it's far, far from Largy that I've roamed. But I'll never forget those summer's evenings and the good folk up on Largeside. You may wander Scotland over and search the country wide. You'll never find a finer place than bonny Largeside. You may wander Scotland over and search the country wide. You'll never find a finer place than bonny Largeside. Bonny Largeside. So just before I go, I'd like to thank Dave Fee, of course, for inviting me on to do this. We must do some work together someday, Dave. Yeah. And to Chris Annetts, who's organised the sound and done hopefully a great job. It certainly sounds fine at my end. And tomorrow it's the turn of Manus McGeehan that's on tomorrow night, same time, same place. So hope you're up for that. In the meantime, this is me, Les Oman, saying good night. Good night.